Alright guys, I'm back today with another movie review, and today I watched Knucklehead. This was requested by Jericho Rocker 1234. Came out in 2010, made a whopping $7,927 at the box office according to Wikipedia. Now, I know WWE doesn't release these movies in theaters all over the place, but still, that's incredibly low. So, yeah, I mean, we know what we're getting when we watch a movie like this. Typical WWE comedy studios movie, whatever, starring the Big Show. So I'm not going to be like super hard on it. I thought it was a good kids movie. Not good, but it was okay. It wasn't that bad. It's not for my demographic, so obviously I'm going to think it's really just boring. But it was alright. Some cheesy jokes, some fart jokes throughout the entire thing, and yeah, just it's a kids movie. But oh man, so this movie starts off and we see some orphans. They're putting on a play of Wizard of Oz. Big Show is the Witch of the North. He wrecks the stage. He's got this goofy hair. We see this guy, Ed. He's training a fighter to win $100,000 in some MMA contest in New Orleans. He owes his bookie, who's played by Dennis Farina, a bunch of money. His dad is actually Weaver from Falling Skies. So back at the orphanage, the nun, the head nun, is that model from Hot in Cleveland and Just Shoot Me. She's the head nun, and she says Big Show is 35 and shouldn't have been allowed to stay there so long. We see Big Show cooking breakfast. He farts, and he leaves this little kid, Henry, who's like his best friend at the orphanage, watching the food. He's playing a video game. He's distracted while Big Show goes to the bathroom. So Jan from The Office, Michael Scott's that girl he was in love with, she plays Mary, who works at the orphanage. And she's waiting in line to use the bathroom, and she hears these fart sounds coming from the bathroom, and she's like, "Oh, Walter," who's the Big Show. And then the door opens, and it's the head nun. So that was another joke. And then the Big Show comes up behind her. He's really got to go, and then they smell fire. They run back in. They see the room has burned. The kid was playing video games while a gigantic fire was taking place. They didn't pay their insurance, so they get shut down. However, the kid convinces the inspector to give them 10 more days by using a British accent. Ed goes to church because he doesn't know what to do. He wants help, guidance. And the nun is yelling at Big Show. She says, "What's wrong with you?" He says, "I'm a knucklehead." So she's pushing him with her cane, and she pushes him right out a damn window. Big Show falls out the window. Ed sees him. He sees dollar signs all over him because he's huge. He tries to convince him to fight for him. They'll split the money, $100,000. They can save the orphanage. The nun tells Big Show to go with him, and she sends Mary along with them so that Ed doesn't run off with half the money. Big Show has his first fight. It's at a temple with rabbis and everything, and he fights in his underwear because he has no trunks. He falls on the guy, and the guy taps out. That was it, pretty much. The bookie finds Eddie at his hotel room and tells him not to come to New Orleans. I don't really understand the logic here, because if he wins the fight, he can pay him the money he owes him. Either way, but yeah, it was just kind of ridiculous here. They wrecked the school bus they've been traveling in, and Mary shows some leg to get a ride with a trucker. Mary and Ed ride in the back. He's carrying pigs and some Mexican farmers. Big Show rides up front. All of a sudden, he drops them off at their destination. I guess it's someplace in the suburbs, and he opens the door, and all the Mexicans run out of the truck. The trucker grabs a shotgun and blows it in the air and says, "All right, everybody back in the truck." And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? And then the Mexicans just act like they've been caught and get back in. What was this? Were these people slaves? This was really disturbing, and it's never mentioned again. What the hell happened here? So yeah, that was really bizarre. Big Show, Ed, and Sarah, they go to the next fight, which is run by the little kid from Role Models. The kid's dad comes home. He's pissed off all these people are in his yard. However, inside, Ed is giving Big Show a big motivational speech. So Big Show's all pumped up. He runs outside, sees the kid's dad yelling, thinks that's his opponent, and just shoves him through a fence. Ed is videotaping all these fights to create a buzz and uploading them to YouTube. I don't know how he's uploading all these videos, but they just appear on YouTube and everybody's watching them. Ed's dad calls him from the hospital. The bookie had his enforcer beat him up. They stop by to see one of Mary's friends, Tina, to earn some money, and apparently Mary used to be a stripper. Tina tells him about an open fight challenge at a carnival, and she gives Big Show a new look. She shaves his head and I guess draws tattoos on him. It's the tattoos we all know he has, the bear and the tiger. And I guess we're just supposed to assume she used a really strong ink because they never come off. And I just thought it was funny, but she tries to fix him up to look scary. They find out that the guy at the carnival they're supposed to fight is Bare Knuckle Dave, and it's a bear. Big Show chokes out a bear. Apparently a 1,600-pound bear. Yeah, so he chokes him out. Tina starts to flirt with Big Show. She likes him. Now that they have $500 from the bear fight, they take a bus. And on the bus, it's late at night, everybody's sleeping, Big Show gets diarrhea. He can't fit in the bus's bathroom, so he just puts his ass in, and the rest of them's hanging out, and everybody's watching him take a crap. They're freaking out. It's like poison gas. Everybody's dying because of the smell. Big Show's crying, saying, "I'm sorry, please forgive me." This was actually funny. However, it came across like it was supposed to be sad. They played like this sappy music, and I don't know if it was supposed to be sad or what, but this part was actually funny. The fire department comes and has to pull him out of the bathroom. So then the bookie tries to trick the nun into letting him adopt the kid Henry Big Show likes. But she knows something's up with this, so she stops it. Big Show, Sarah, and Ed stop at a gas station, and some bikers try to touch Sarah, so Big Show beats them up. Ed says he's going to take the security tape. I don't know why. I guess he wants to upload this footage to YouTube also, but I have no idea how he could even do that since they're just traveling. Now they have a motorcycle. They steal the biker's motorcycle. Big Show's riding in the sidecar, but they're camping in the woods, eating weenies the entire time. So we find out that Ed had to quit fighting because of testicular trauma. They make some balls jokes. They start traveling around. They show a montage of Big Show beating people up who wants to fight him. They're still camping the entire time, even though they're making money now. And like I said, he's still uploading these videos to YouTube somehow. They get to New Orleans. Ed buys Big Show a new suit. They go out to a country bar. Mary gets drunk off a margarita. They play some weird scene where we just see the margarita slowly going down while she's dancing in front of it. It was really bizarre. But she gets drunk. A waitress is flirting with Ed. She walks behind her and pulls her hair. And the waitress, whose name is Jiggles, blows a whistle, takes her clothes off, and challenges Mary to a mud wrestling match. Mary takes her clothes off, hits a spinning heel kick, and knocks Jiggles into the mud. That was it. Tina comes to New Orleans and gives Big Show some trunks she made. Back at the orphanage, Big Show's friend Henry is missing. They get ready for the big fight tournament, and they don't have a locker, so Show puts Ed's camera up on top of this big statue. I thought this would lead to something, which is why I wrote it down. Like, the bookie's going to show up, and they're going to catch him with the camera and some evidence or something on him. However, nothing ever happens with this. Big Show wins all his fights in the tournament. It's down to him and the bookie's guy, Red Rum. The bookie stops Mary in the bathroom, says Ed quit fighting because he took a dive. She confronts Ed, asks where the money they've made on the road is, but we know he gave it to his dad to give to the orphanage in case something happens. However, Mary thinks he bet against the Big Show because of what the bookie told her. However, the nuns show up and they have a picture of Red Rum holding Henry, Big Show's friend from the orphanage, and they want him to take a dive. So the entire thing about Ed throwing the fight, or maybe being not who he says he is completely gone. Ended, lasted all of like 2 seconds. Big Show's trying to keep the fight going while the nuns look for Henry. The bookie distracts him with the kid in a crowd full of people. He's holding a kid hostage with his hand over his mouth in a crowd of people to distract the Big Show. Red Rum is attacking Big Show. He says a smart man would have stayed down. Show says, but I'm just a knucklehead. And he goes off on him. He makes Red Rum tap out. And the nun tases the bookie, and the bookie gets arrested. Ed's going to give all the money from the fight to the orphanage, $100,000. His dad bet money on the Big Show winning, so they have another 80 grand, which he also wants to give to the orphanage. And the last thing we see is Big Show moving out of the orphanage to go live with Tina, and he adopts Henry as his own kid. And that was it. So that's Knucklehead. It was alright. I mean, it was an okay kids movie, I guess. It's typical WWE Studios, Big Show, playing the goofy comedy guy. I mean, you kind of know what to expect with this one, but yeah, I didn't really think it was all that funny, but you know, like I said before, it's not my demographic, so it wasn't really made for me to get the jokes. It was for kids, and I understand that. So looking at it from that perspective, I have to say I didn't think it was that bad. I think there would be some kids who enjoy this movie. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this review. Leave your thoughts on it in the comments below, and thanks for watching.